What's up, guys? PowerManiac720 here, and I have for you Game 2 of my top 4 match from the West Babylon Premier Challenge versus Jeremy Gumbs, aka Randomtron. So I beat him in Swiss, beat him Game 1. So Game 2, I decide to go... I assume he's not going to lead the same leads because he's probably expecting me to counter it. So I end up leading Ludicolo and Charizard, hoping that he doesn't lead Kangaskhan, because if that's the case, then I can right off the bat fake out, set up a Dragon Dance, and just start spamming Dragon Claws and Flare Blitzes on everything. So of course though, he ends up leading the same lead as Game 1, which can cause me problems. I end up leading Ludicolo and Charizard. So I'm expecting the fake out onto Ludicolo. I'm also expecting either a U-turn or a Brave Bird onto Ludicolo just to get it right off the field. But instead he ends up going for the Brave Bird on my Charizard, and this pretty much reveals to me that he is banded, just because it destroys my Charizard. And by destroys, I mean it 1-hit KOs my Charizard. I did not expect a Brave Bird from a Staraptor to 1-hit KO my Charizard, especially because Mega Charizard X has base 111 defense, which is pretty good. So that threw me off. I was going for the Flare Blitz in on his Staraptor just so I could get it off the field, because I knew Staraptor was going to cause me a lot of trouble. So I sent in Meowstic. This was a bad move on my part. I switched out Ludicolo, trying to protect it and save it, and I sent in Hydreigon. But Hydreigon was definitely a lot more valuable to me than Ludicolo was in the match, so I should have just kind of sacrificed Ludicolo and just got rid of it. So he goes for the Facade on Hydreigon, does just a little over half, and then he goes for the Brave Bird since he's locked into it with his band, and he goes for it on Meowstic, and thank God for the charm, so I'm able to survive it. If I had kept in Ludicolo, I also might have survived that Facade, which would have been a huge turning point in the match. I could have Ice Beamed the Staraptor or Scalded the Kangaskhan. So he switches out Kangaskhan for Mamoswine. I charm the Staraptor again because I just needed to stop doing so much damage. I go for the Dragon Pulse onto Kangaskhan spot, which ends up being Mamoswine, which does way over half, which is good to know. He goes for a Brave Bird. Also good to know that I outspeed him. When watching the replays over again, I realized that he outsped in Game 1. I outsped him in our Swiss rounds, and I didn't even realize it. So I Quick Guard, and he Ice Shards, so I'm able to pick up the KO onto Staraptor with Dragon Pulse, which is nice. I'm still in a tough spot, though. I'm down 3-2, or 3-3? Yeah, no, 3-2. I'm down. Oh, I still Ludicolo in the back. I'm down. So I guess we're tied at 3, but I'm definitely not in the best position. He ends up protecting Mamoswine, and I Quick Guard so I can block any fake outs. Then I go for the Dragon Pulse on to Kangaskhan, knowing that I have Ludicolo in the back. He goes for the Sod on Hydreigon, which ends up picking up the KO. So at this point, I am in big trouble. Not really sure what to do. I end up going for the double target onto Kangaskhan, which was a pretty horrible idea. Not really sure why I did it. But I went for the fake out and the Psyshock, and it did not work out. I should have probably predicted a switch out or something, just so I couldn't destroy his Pokemon, but I did not. So he ends up picking up a nice clean Earthquake KO. If I just Giga Drained his Mamoswine, I would have been in really good not really good shape, but I would have been in decent shape if I had just Thunder Wave the Kangaskhan spot. I was just really concerned about the Kangaskhan being a physical attacker against my Ludicolo. Anyway, his Mamoswine goes for the Ice Shard, picks up the KO, and ends the match. So at this point, we're tied 1-1. So it comes down to an epic Game 3 where the winner goes to the finals. So stay tuned.